Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Look, if you're looking for a personal loan, but you know that you have bad credit or you're just coming out of a bankruptcy and you have low income, say that you are on welfare or you receiving alimony, you're receiving disability, okay? I'm going to show you some of the lenders that you may want to look at, okay? Now with some of these lenders, they may want you to have anywhere from $500 up to maybe $1,200 a month, okay, in income, right? So that's pretty much what their criteria are. Instead of looking at the personal credit, they're focused on that to see if you have enough discretionary funding to pay back the loan. Now, the first lender we're going to talk about is OppLoans, okay? OppLoans by OppFi. Okay. Now their loans go anywhere from $500 up to maximum $4,000. Okay. The unfortunate thing about OppLoans is that they're not in every state. Okay. So especially like New York, a lot of lenders, it's very hard for people to find personal loans for bad credit in New York. For whatever the reasons, because of restriction, the laws that they wrote. So it's very hard for people to actually offer loans in places like New York. Now, what are the eligibility requirements to apply for this loan? At least 18, have an active bank account, reside in one of the states. Let's look at it. So what are the states that they actually want you to reside in? So these are the states here, right? As you can see, New York is not on here, but most of the states they cover. It's just like maybe about 3 or 4 states that they don't actually cover, but New York definitely, they're not offering loans in New York, okay? That being said, going back over here, regular source of income. Income can be for employment, benefits, Social Security, alimony, child support, separate maintenance income, optional included, receiving income through that direct deposit. So that's the reason you have to have an active bank account and you're receiving income through direct deposit. So again, this here lender, like I said, they will work with you if you have bad credit or just coming out of a bankruptcy. However, you do have to have an active bank account, all right? And again, I would say the minimum income for this here lender, you're gonna have a minimum income of about $1,000 for this lender, okay? Now, next one we're gonna talk about is UpRover. Now with UpRover, they're part of the tribal lenders. So what that means is that you know how you go to a casino and you lose your money, right? So when you lose your money, what they do, they set up these lending institutions online or physically, and they put money out there for people to borrow and stuff like that that have bad credit. So this is one of those type of places. So with UpRover, again, the loans go from $300 up to $5,000. And as you can see, we'll check in my rate for an UpRover personal loan affect my credit. Checking your rate for a tribal fixed term installment loan with UpRover will not affect your credit, okay? So you don't have to worry about them hurting your credit, all right? Now, again, like I said, something like this here, your discretionary or your income should be between $800 to at least $1,000 a month. All right, so just so that you are aware of that. All right, now let's talk about the next one. The next lender is IndyLand. All right, so with IndyLand, their loans go all right. Now they from $200 up to $5,000. It's the maximum that they go up. Okay. Now again, a lot of people want to know is, what about the credit score, right? We don't focus solely on your credit score. We focus on helping you and provide you with loan offers, okay? So it's similar to a platform, but it's not about the credit score. So that means that you don't have to worry about a hard inquiry. And again, the requirements, you can be on welfare, you can be on disability and so on. Just make sure you meet the requirements. And I would say, truthfully, if you're between $800 to $1,000 a month in income, then you have a higher chance. Not guaranteed, but you have a higher chance of being approved, okay? So, and it's not about the credit. Now, the next one is Opportune. Now, here's the thing about Opportune that a lot of people are not aware. So with Opportune, they partnered up. Now they're a CDF institution, meaning Community Development Financial Institution. So they focus on people with lower credit scores or no credit in order to help them get loans. Now, in terms of their loans usually go anywhere from $300 up to $12,000. If you don't have a car, then your loan can go from $300 up to $8,000. If you have a car, it goes from $300 up to $12,000. All right. And so here's how you pick your state you live in and to see if because they don't operate in every state. Now with Opportune, the minimum income you need to have is at least $500. Okay. So that's with Opportune. Now let's look at the next one. The next one is NetCredit. Now with NetCredit, their loans go up to $10,000. And again, with NetCredit on their personal loans, again, here it is. Don't worry about your credit score. So they're not focusing on the credit score. It's all about the income. Now again, you're safe to be safe on the safe side. Your income should be $1,000 or more monthly to be able to get approved. Now the interesting thing about this is they partnered up with Republic Bank as well as Tab Bank, which is the Transportation Alliance Bank, all right? And so you're able to apply for a NetCredit loan through them as well. If you have bad credit and stuff like that, if you're banking with these institutions, you can apply for that same type of loan through them, unless you want to come over here and apply for it. But you don't have to worry about the hard inquiry on your credit file, all right? Now, here's another one, Avant, all right? Now, the interesting thing about Avant, you don't have to worry about the credit, all right? You don't have to worry about them putting a hard inquiry on your credit. One of the things about it is their loans go anywhere from $1,000 up to $35,000. So you're getting large amounts, but at the same time, Avant, from $2,000 up to $35,000. I'm correcting myself, but here's the thing about it: their loan repayments go from 1 year up to 5 years. So from 12 months up to 60 months. Now, here's the interesting thing about it. Like I said, it may not operate in all 50 states, all right? Now, the interesting thing about it, they work with people with a lower credit score. So the average credit score for approval with them is about a 600. However, they have been able to work with people with a credit score less than a 580 credit score, all right? Now, also their DTI, meaning their debt to income ratio, their debt to income ratio is tolerable up to 70%. Now, with most of your credit unions and your banks, their debt to income ratio, your DTI, debt to income ratio, is usually about 50-55%, okay? So they are definitely giving you a better opportunity, especially, again, if you're on welfare, disability, but you have enough income. Now with them talking about income, they want your discretionary, not your discretionary income. They want your monthly income to be at least around $1,200 a month, okay? So that's what they want your income to be, at least around $1,200 a month in order for them to approve you, all right? Now, one other one is DC, All right, DC Credit Union, not DCU, but DC Credit Union. Now, the reason that I like them is because with DC Credit Union, they really are trying to help people. And because one thing, they do offer credit builder loans, okay? And so with their credit builder loans, if you're trying to rebuild your credit and stuff, they do a secured loan. However, if you're needing a personal loan, unfortunately, like with their it's called a second chance loan. Now, it's an unsecured loan. That's the thing about it. It can be an unsecured loan or a credit card with them, and the limits go up to $2,500. Now, the interesting thing about this that I want you guys to pay attention to, that I love about them, is because they have this here. And not too many credit unions actually offer that. Once you hit a 550 credit score, then you can apply for like regular credit cards, regular lines of credit, and loans with them. So that's the reason that I like them, all right? Now, they don't offer opportunity to join through the American Consumer Council. They have other ways of joining, but if anybody has ever used this credit union, put it in the comments. Let me know. Did you like them? Did they work with you? Were you really pleased with them? Because I think this is a very good credit union. Now, I know for some of you guys, you may be wondering, well, how come Navy Federal isn't on here? Well, Navy Federal does not offer these type of loans, okay? With Navy Federal, even if you had like a pledge loan with Navy Federal, that's not going to guarantee you a personal loan. Now, the interesting thing about it, like with Navy Federal, they're big on relationship instead of credit score. It's all about the internal score, right? But that internal score is only good for credit cards. So their metrics for determining to give you a personal loan when you have bad credit, again, they have a different metrics for that, all right? However, for those of you that have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.